Hi, it's Cheryl from My Well-Rounded Life. Today I am joining a collab called the Weight Watchers Freestyle 4th of July Party Recipe Collab. There are, I believe, 7 of us in the collab, and we're all trying to make low point, Weight Watcher friendly dishes and desserts so that you could enjoy your 4th of July holiday weekend a little better. It's coming up this weekend, and for you I have made I call these my holiday fluff cups. That's right, they're red, white, and blue for the summertime. Memorial Day, 4th of July, Labor Day, Christmas time, make them red and green. Easter, sky's the limit. There's even grape jello, but it's not sugar-free that I've been able to find. But you could use yellow for lemon and so on and so forth. So we're going to go ahead and head in the kitchen and show you how to make these, and I will tell you how many points each of them are. Aren't they cute? We got raspberries on some of them, cherries on others, not maraschino cherries, just regular cherries for 0 points. And you could use red seedless grapes, whatever you want. So let's get in the kitchen and get started. No, wait! I don't want to get in the kitchen yet until I read off the list of other people that are doing this collab, and of course you will find the links to their channels in the description box down below. We have Ann Counting Weight Watchers Freestyle, Chit Chat, Freedom in a Budget, Kate and James, Sabrina's Search for Health and Happy, Weight Watchers with Carrie, and then me. And it is Kate from Kate and James that initiated this wonderful collab for us to do this holiday coming up. So now we can get into the kitchen and start making these delicious holiday fluff cups. See you there. Hi guys, welcome to the side of my refrigerator. This is where I decided to make the jello because it's where I always make my jello. I'm going to stand up now. All right, now to save time, your viewing time, I already prepared my raspberry jello and poured them in some containers and refrigerated them so they're all ready to go. I don't even really need these out right now. I just wanted to show you. I'm doing 2 of them for the purpose of this video right now. The rest I will do off camera just to save you guys some time. So you're going to use the red jello of your choice and follow the directions on the back of the box. 1 cup of boiling water and mixed until dissolved, and then 1 cup of very cold water. Stir it well, put it in your little containers. I actually poured the liquid into a measuring cup and then lined them up on the counter like this and poured them in, adding more and pouring in until I got them pretty even. I want it to look pretty, so I'm gonna try to make the layers level as much as possible. Now we're gonna make the second layer. You can't make this too early because you really need to let this firm up so that it can support it. So you're going to need a second box of your jello. You don't have to use the same red jello if you don't want to. This is red raspberry. And my water was boiling just a second ago. Put it back on. And you're only going to use a 1/2 cup of boiling water and a 1/2 cup of cold water for the fluff part of this. Oop, there we go. Give me a second to pour this over here. Only a 1/2 cup, which is nice. You just don't need as much because you're going to be adding your yogurt. You will need non-fat plain Greek yogurt, 200 grams of it, which is about 3/4 a cup. But I just measure it on my food scale for 200 grams. You're also going to need some Cool Whip. I bought 2 of the smaller tubs, you know, like the average tubs, or you can just get one of the large ones. And I'm using the fat-free. It is 1 point for up to 4 tablespoons before it turns into 2 points. If you do 4 1/8 tablespoon, it becomes 2 points. All right, I have in the fridge a 1/2 cup of water. It's been sitting there getting nice and cold for me. Normally I just grab a bottle of water out of there and use it, but I don't think I have any water bottles in there getting cold. I guess I could use my water. All right, now, all you're going to do, let me get rid of this. You have to put this in the refrigerator and let it chill for 20 to 30 minutes. You don't want it to get too thick because then when you add the yogurt, it'll be kind of choppy. So I like to do it just 20 minutes, just plain old 20 minutes. Let me put these in there and set my timer. All right, I got these from the Dollar Tree. They were a pack of 10. And they are working absolutely perfect. If you're having a party of people over, you don't even have to worry about cleaning up after them. You can just throw them away. I've made this with any brand of jello, so it just doesn't matter. For toppings, I'm using blueberries. No, I am putting blueberries in it. Yes, that's one of the layers. But to top it, I'm using raspberries and maybe some cherries, maybe not. I'm not sure. And those are the only ingredients that you need. In 20 minutes, I will be back and we will prepare the yogurt to mix. And then you will have to put it back in the refrigerator for about an hour. So even though it doesn't get easier than jello, this is still a little time consuming because of making the jello. And I want to make it in these cups. I suppose I could make all the jello in one thing and all the fluff in one thing and then just scoop it. You can do that too to be a time saver, but I want it to look a certain way. I have an idea in my head and that's what I'm working toward. So we'll be back in 19 minutes when that's ready. That was a quick 20 minutes. Here's the jello. It's actually more than I wanted it to be, so I'm a little upset, but I'm gonna hurry up and loosen this up. You can loosen it up, you know, make it a little more liquidy, but this should be all right. And it's the same 20 minutes as I did last time, so I don't get it. The water was extra cold from the refrigerator, so I didn't need the whole 20 minutes. That's what it was. All right, on my food scale, I'm going to set it for what am I setting for? Grams. You want 200 grams. And then we're going to zero out the little, I just have a 1 cup measuring cup, and I'm using plain non-fat Greek yogurt. I'm going to get it as close to 200 as I can. I usually end up a little over, and that's perfectly fine. It's just jello, people. Come on, cooperate. So it really doesn't matter. Take a little bit out. All right, this is the closest I've ever gotten. It's 201 grams, and here's a cup, but there's a line inside for 3/4 a cup, and it comes to pretty much that. So if you don't have a scale and you're wondering how much 200 grams is, just use 3/4 a cup. And then we're going to go ahead and put that in here. But I need this because I want to get it all. I love my rubber spatulas. All right, now just use your whisk and incorporate it as best you can. Like I said, this one is a little chunky because it got a little past what I like it. It's usually much more liquidy. And this is a very bright pink. Alright, you're just going to mix it until it's creamy and fluffy enough, till you don't see any more yogurt in there. You don't need a hand mixer or anything. And I'm going to pour these into my little containers the same way I did the jello when I made it earlier. I'm going to use something. Let's see. Let's just use this clear one here. Oh, I'm making such a mess. You don't even know. It's just jello, but it's everywhere. Do you see how this is thickening up already? Goodness. All right. Now, because this is already thickening, I hope it's not going to be too hard to make a nice, simple little layer. I need more. You know, I want to try and make them evenish, just to make them look pretty. All right. That looks about right. I'm going to get something out here just to level it around. Don't let the jello get too thick on you. If you're using cold refrigerator water like I did, then set your timer for 20 minutes. If you're using cold tap water that just doesn't get super cold, then the 20 minutes should be fine. But this, in all actuality, is a little too thick. But it was my last, it's my last box of jello, so I have no choice. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put these in the refrigerator, and we will be back in an hour to finish this. I just want to say really quick that you can make these up to this point in advance, a day or two, if you need to. If you do, just cover it with some plastic wrap. I like to put it down inside so that it's touching the fluff, and then keep them in the refrigerator until it's time to serve. Then you just take the plastic off and put the Cool Whip and the fruit on it, and you're done. So you don't have to worry about making these at the last minute, since they are a little time consuming. We'll be back. All right, guys, the fluff firmed up, and it didn't take a whole hour, probably a half an hour, because everything was so cold. And I measured out 4 tablespoons, which is a fourth of a cup of, let me show you which kind I have here. Fat-free whipped topping. This is the Giant brand. So I'm gonna go ahead and do another fourth a cup, which, like I said, is 4 tablespoons, which is 1 Smart Point. And this is a 2 Smart Point dessert because, I'll show you in a second as soon as I get this on here. Anything over the 4 tablespoons is 2. So you can have up to 8 for 2 tablespoons. But this, as you can see, gives you enough for that 3rd layer. 2 tablespoons, that's good. Now you can put another 2 tablespoons on top of the blueberries, which I have here, or you can just put a little dollop on it. But even that one little dollop is going to bring your total up to 2 points. So that's up to you. You don't have to put anything on it. You can even use a little squirt of fat-free Ready Whip, which is 0 points. And then you can keep this whole thing to 1 measly little point if you want. Let's see. Oh, there's hardly any left in that one. Never fear, it's a Weight Watcher house. We got another one. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do one of each to see which one I like best for when I make the others. I'm gonna put 2 tablespoons of Cool Whip on one of them. with, I guess I'll use a raspberry on top. There it is, delicious and fun looking. And I'm just going to use this new one. This is going to bring both my dogs over because they love the sound of this. Just a little dollop of that. Do I want another raspberry? Sure, why not? Oops, that's a big one. Hold on. It'll just be a moment. Girls, come here. Come here. All right, so we've got Cool Whip on the top. And we've got whipped cream on the top. Now you know the whipped cream will start to fade right away. So you've got to kind of eat that quick, right? Let me get this light out of the way. I have a living room light in here. Can you see it? Yeah, because my house is so dark. All right, let's go sit at the table and give this a try. All right, back to my usual place. And in the time it took me to get over here, my Ready Whip started deflating. This is hefty, I'll tell you what. So this is actually 1 point because I only have the Cool Whip in this layer, not up here. That's 0 points. That's a lot for 1 point. These are pretty big. I'm gonna go ahead and give it a try. I'm not a big blueberry fan at all, really. So I'm just gonna dig down kind of past the blueberries. Maybe if they're super sweet, I'll like them. Oh, it smells good. Delicious. All right, I'll try it with the blueberry. I ate a blueberry. It's okay. It's not tart at all. They were good. This must be a nice sweet batch, which is good because I have a really big container of them. I'm going to use to finish making the rest of these, and these are going to be really great. I don't have any kind of picnic to go to this 4th of July, because I never do for these kind of summer holidays. But I'm really liking this. 1 point, holy moly. I really like that fluff down in there. Look at that pretty little gem of a spoonful. Get some more white stuff on here. I'm the kind of person that needs a lot of white stuff with my jello. Any kind of gelatin, whatever the flavor is. I just need a lot of white stuff because I'm just not that crazy about plain old jello, you know, like the bottom part. I love this flummery, this fluff. All right, so down in the description below, along with everybody's channel name, gee whiz, I will include the simple little recipe for this delicious little dessert. I hope you give it a try. Remember, it's either 1 or 2 points. It's up to you. And you can make them in individual cups, or you can make them separate and then spoon them together as much as you'd like, or as little as you'd like, in your own little cups. It's up to you. I hope you have a really great 4th of July weekend. And until I see you again, be blessed.